cannot wait to meet him. It's been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what he's like.
Just go easy on him. Being interrogated by a kid ain't exactly the best way to make a first impression.
I'll limit it to the really important stuff, Dad.
This does not bode well. And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? You a Freestar? I'm glad to be taking you back to the homestead. Had my fill of it when I was younger, but it always seems to pull us back in, doesn't it? The three of us are heading to Aquila City. You know it. Capital of the Freestar Collective. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. I know, it's dangerous. That's why I needed backup for this one. But don't let the old children's tales about the Ashta get to you. The real thing is way worse. Yeah, don't piss off the Freestar Rangers. As far as the Collective is concerned, they're judge, jury, and executioner. They're the good guys, but that don't make them any less dangerous. Outside that, just don't be an asshole. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Hi， 各位好，这是 Carl。本次是星空主线
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did,
项目进行汇合，
now would be a good time for one.
将会载着
Are you doing okay?
科拉
I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us. Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits. It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts. Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Take care of yourself.
马雕这名角色在后期的一个特别重要的大任务中，会担当相当重要的。
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. no additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
但其他任务基本都可以。
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment. The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built. A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing. Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation. I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
整个的哨站其实有点类似于辐射4的社区搭建，就是在一个星球进行电呀、水呀等相关基地建设，然后后面进行生产，以帮助你能够在这个星球上生活，也方便你进行探索。当然，本作一周目并不会涉及，而且哨站这个功能需要资源量极其庞大。一周目主要是找神器，也没有进行。
Dad and I will be riding passenger with you. The most boring job in space travel. I want to fly my own ship and go all over the place. Like you and Dad, really. But hopefully not as crazy as your travels. I thought Dad's were exciting. But yours? Brr. I read. I look around the ship, but no touching. Dad lets me do all sorts of stuff on his ship. But he said I have to be respectful on your ship. But I could try to fix things if you ask. Hint, hint. You can ask. I promise I'll be good. It's the best. I met another kid my age who hadn't been on a starship once. Not even once. Same boring old planet for like years. She didn't even know how to replace a phase manifold. Can you imagine? Yup, I've been his co-pilot since I was old enough to read a map. He lets me fly sometimes, and fix things aboard, and use the intercom and everything. I just have to promise not to complain about having to stay aboard the ship when we're somewhere dangerous. Dad says when I'm older, he'll teach me how to use a pistol And once I'm a good enough shot, I can go with him anywhere. I can't wait to get older.
现在我们要驾驶飞船前往叫做蜂巢的地方。
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
前往楼塔大同小异，而且还要掉到菜单界面，基本没啥用。
Would it be too much to ask if we stopped by Laredo Firearms and took a look around?
All right, we're here. You ready?
在这里我们会遇到
Because once we get started, I'm gonna be riding your tail till this is over.
其实应该如果加上反派的
She stays with the ship, usually. Got a few more years to go before I let her swill whiskey in some backwater bar.
而且后续也可以加入他们。
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila. And he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the empty nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go. Because you'll find a whole lot of nothing. Gravitational anomalies are a little hard to pick up in an area with tons of starship traffic. Not to mention all the electronics from the city, and security scramblers that the Free Star or smugglers out on the frontier put down. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there. We gotta get to that vault in Gal Bank. Depends on the question. Shoot. There's so many planets, moons, celestial phenomena out there. Most captains just sail through the Great Black, not even really looking, appreciating. A lot of the time touching down on a virgin planet can be, well, uneventful. But every now and then, you see something no human has ever laid eyes on. That is what I live for. Korra has the complete top-of-its-class learning videos and lessons. And I have to occasionally do some of the old homeschooling. Fortunately, mainly it's the videos. Around when she was 7, she could already see the cracks in my knowledge. Come to think of it, I think she's doing an introductory college course in astrophysics. Not being graded, like, for fun. She's so weird. I've seen my fair share of scrapes. Actually, a triple share with a massive bonus worth. Some folks say I'm the luckiest man alive after making it through some real whoppers. But the trick is to always keep a cool head. Impulsiveness, fear, adrenaline, all those will get you jumpy. You get too jumpy, your target could be 5 in front of you and you'll miss every time. There's no next. I want to be exploring until they pry the boots off my cold dead feet. I mean, Korra will go to university, and the price tag there is scarier than any jam we've been in. But for me, my truest love is the next star, the next horizon. Next time.
整体游玩到现在，总感觉，包括后期萨姆跟我们聊天，萨姆其实游玩人永远期待下一次探索，也永远期待下一次遇到不同的人和事，永远接受新鲜的东西。
It's still under manufacturer's warranty.
这里当时看到对话，以为
Can I get an
能
invoice?
够有一些触发比较更进一步的对话，但大部分都是
Corporate
点完之后
policy.
就一句回复。
Is it okay if I just write it on a notepad?
As long as it's written and signed, it could be on a loaf of bread.
不过有的对话挺好玩。
Got another freighter that needs clearance on New Homestead after this one. It's pretty dangerous out in space these days.
现在哪儿都不太平，不只是外太空。
What you making?
这边是当时并不了解制造物品的情况下，反正当时就随便点，哪个能制造就点一下。一个是为了减少一下资源的背包占有的空间。
I wish other pods went like a killer city. No nonsense.
现在我们前往盖尔银行，前面就会遇到我们所见到的新的派系。
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear. It's just behind me on the right. The place is on lockdown, so you should steer clear unless you can help out. Not usually, but he took charge of the situation because the bank robbers are part of the Shaw gang. The Marshals had a lot of experience dealing with the gang, so he's calling the shots.
这个帮派后面做完任务，感觉其实
For
很
all I
一般
know is there was an
而
attempted
且
bank
领
robbery
头的
and
人
things
死了，
went
其他人就
sideways.
跑掉。
You'd have to ask the Marshal if you want the whole story.
人物的攻击力
I guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
外援帮助，外援这不是来了吗？
You stay where I can see you, Marshal. Everyone stays in front of the building. You got me? If you make a move toward the building, a
哎，
hostage
帮
dies.
忙来了。
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust, and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you.
I'm sure
not
everything
one
will
of
turn
your
out just fine.
rangers, and not these city guards neither.
The hell am I supposed to do with that? You need to stand back now.
工具人来帮忙了。
It's a hostage situation. Now please, get back, or I'll have the guards drag you away. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back.
Aquila City at its finest, I see. Never a dull moment.
Well, I'll be damned. Sam Cole. Been a long time. I won't hold my breath about you being here to take the badge again. Listen, Sam, just so you know, I don't blame you for how it went down. For the others, though, you might get a different reception.
Thanks. I appreciate you saying so. But I figure some of that reception is owed. Still, I appreciate the sentiment, Marshal. It seems you got a situation. My friend here may be the answer you're looking for.
All right, Sam. I'll trust your judgment on this one. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate.
肖邦。
It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they've just stayed home. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. About all we can do is wait and see.
我来说服他，说服他。
All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them.
又说
Also,
没有提要求，
there are
又
lives
说
at
提了
stake,
也
so
不会
don't
满足，
get cavalier.
还说人命关
Find
天，
out what they
反正都
want,
是甩锅呗，
and then report back to me.
Take it slow and
甩锅就
steady.
完了。
Look for every opportunity to de-escalate. You got this.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see him, and don't try nothing.
现在我们来进行谈判。
Negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullock. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us?
开始说服政策。
I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? We're staying as long as it takes. Well, I guess you have a point. I see what you mean. Yeah? Well, maybe that's just what you want us to think, so we'll give up. Nothing you say is gonna change my mind, so let's just move on.
第一次说服失败，那就聊聊需求。
They talk too damn much, complain about everything. But as
而
much
且
as we
能看
like
出，
to, none of us has
现
shot
在
one yet.
强盗手里已经有些不耐烦，而且迫切的想出去
We。want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system.
没有飞船，
After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? What, you think we want to stay locked up in here? Hell no!
开始着急了。
Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships.
青年游
They
骑
can
兵
give us one of them.
本次遇到的第2个帮派，
This whole damn
或许也
job's
可以
gone
加入
wrong.
进行相关打工任务。
It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and
而
simple,
且
you know?
萨姆
So let's
这
just...
名角色也跟这个团体、
Let's
这
all
个
try
组
to
织
keep our
有
heads,
相关的
yeah?
关系。
Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last.
不过都是历史了。现在我们开始
What do
进
you
行
mean?
第2轮说服。各位看一下旁边的自动说服按钮，基本快要满了。
Damn it. I didn't think of it that way.
基本自动说服满了之后，就是前期哪怕你说服失败
If
或
the
者什么的，
hostages die,
自
it'll
动
be
说
the
服满
marshal's
了，
fault
基
for
本
not
点一
taking
下之
us
后，
seriously.
人物就直接跳转到说服的结果。
Yeah, that would be a lot worse.
现在主要是只剩1回合，我也怕自己弄失败，所以直接点了自动说服。
I don't think any of us is ready to die here. Nobody's been hurt, so maybe the judge won't come down too
现
hard
在
on us.
说服的1级技能条件已经满足了，
I think this has
达
gone
成。
on
现在
long
可以，
enough.
如果有新的技能点，可以直接
You
升级
go
到
tell
2
the
级。
marshal we'll come quietly.
You'd make a decent ranger with the way you handled that.
骑兵，是我们对此并没有任何的兴趣。我们现在是想继续收集神器，
What's the word?
本次算是我们收集的第3个神器。
Well, I'll be a son of an Ashta. How'd you pull that off?
就是做到的，没有啥，反正说服
To
了。
be honest, no, I didn't. The Shaw gang isn't known for backing down. Good thing these were rookies. If we'd been dealing with some of the higher-ups, things might have gone differently. Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger
现
material.
在开始招人。
If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
2周目的时候，我们还会
All
来到
right.
这个地方。
Now that lives aren't on the line, let's get back in Galbank, see if we can get those maps.
寻找神器。
Marco, are you all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
It's okay. I'm okay. I just need a minute.
顺便提一
Thank
下
you for saving my
人质
husband.
解救后
I was so
相关
scared.
聊天内容。
I hope that never happens again. Thank you for saving my husband.
That's the Rock, Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.
And you're breathing?
当时就进酒吧是因为任务直接进行了跳转，然后当时每次出现新的任务，如果你摁一下设置按钮，就会，而且摁的时间稍微长一点的话，它会直接把新出来的任务作为首选任务，所以当时也没有看，直接就进来，顺便聊了聊天，然后后面发现要开始招募你，不对。
Fine, fine. But you should know that I'm crawling the walls in here.
重新调转了任务顺序，然后又回到了盖尔银行，继续我们的神奇寻找。
you up, or if you need supplies, I've got
可以
those as
稍微聊聊
well.
天。见到了
If
一个
you're
医生
hurt，or need medical supplies, then you came to the right place. Otherwise, maybe move along. Busy day.
大部分医生基本
Overall, not
基
too
本就是一
bad.
个是
People keep me hopping all the
全恢
time.
复，还有一个是恢复
Mainly
你
it's
的
minor
病，
scruffs,
因为后面的话你
bruises,
会遇
the
到各种
occasional
各样的
broken
症状，
arm.
什么擦伤呀、
The real
烧
work
伤
is when
呀、
someone gets
脱
attacked
臼
by an
呀、
Ashta.
冻伤
Those
呀
are the bad
乱七
times.
八糟的各种的，因为遇到的各种星球环境
Let's
不一
have a
样，会
look
产
at
生
you.
不同的病。
Doesn't look bad at
还有
all.
就是没有血要治疗，目前
Suit
这个医
yourself.
生这边好像只能是治疗。
Here's what I've got on hand.
补给品这边稍微买了2个，医疗包基本是最常用的。医疗包如果能自己有钱的话，能买多少买多少。然后再如果点了有一个治疗的，
I got a feeling this ain't the last I'll see of you.
点完之后，基本单位时间内恢复的治疗量会更多，而且使用量也会更少。 你看，目前是到了这儿就明显感觉自己的任务不对，哎，为什么要过来了？
Hiya.
现在我们出去，继续我们的盖尔银行任务。
Solomon Coe really all that? Some make it seem like he built the whole damn Freestar Collective by himself.
I'm sure some of the tales grew in the telling, but no one denies he found Cheyenne. And set up his camp not far from here. Aquila City was his baby.
I don't buy it, though. The United Colonies wouldn't let some ragtag settlers stake a system like this without a fight.
It was a different time. Everything was new. Everyone fleeing Earth as quick as you can. If he tried it today, I'm sure the UC would have shut him down.
And there is no way he wore that getup.
Everyone's got this love affair with Solomon Coe. Nobody's being objective about him.
Solomon Coe is rightly considered to be one of the most important people in history.
应该说，该人物在本地区有着相当重要的，是本地区相当重要人物之一。现在我们回到盖尔银行，找自己家族，找科尔家族里的保险柜，找东西。按照正常流程，这里面会有一张关于神器的地图。
Let's look around. Here's a copy of the key. Okay, now remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation, so it's not going to be on a slate. Big bundles of paper is what we're after.
但是你会发现地图没有了，只有一张便条。那么接下来我们会跟在科尔交谈完之后，见到科尔的父亲。
Jacob.
Yeah.
Of course, that old mule saw this coming. He's just a bitter old man, interfering in what's none of his business.
不仅是不顺眼的老
Yeah,
头，
we do.
还是撒
I was hoping to avoid the estate when we landed.
而且父子
Cora's
俩
gonna be so mad.
针对一些事情的理念是完全相当于是背道而驰的感觉，
Because I told her we wouldn't have time to check
完
in
全
with
是
her.
两个相反的方向。
Look, I was trying not to do this, okay?
当然，对于孙女科拉来说，
We really
两
gotta
人
do this.
都是同样的亲科拉。
You're not wrong. I know, it's just... It's personal. All right, fine. He's my dad, okay? We're not exactly on friendly terms. He probably figured I'd come for the maps at some point. Got ahead of me. Family business just wasn't something I wanted to get into, you know? God, that's the worst part. They're thick as thieves.
但是隔辈儿亲嘛。
Last thing I need is Jacob in her life. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, well, sorry I'm such a pain about it. No forgiveness between me and my old man. It's, co-tradition.
科尔家的传统，也就意味着再往
Shall we?
前，所罗门科拉和他的下一位也会有发生这样的情况，也算是家族传统。
I've had quite enough excitement for now.
进入银行，如果看到其他的东西的话，有红色标记就显示为是偷窃，偷窃有风险。如果是在废弃的站或者是其他有匪徒的地方，如果显示偷窃的话，那基本就会打起来。当然，偷不偷完全看个人道德选择。如果道德选择的后果没有那么严重，
I'm just saying, my family was
那
on the coast.
你要看个人。这种行为不好，不要在现实里进行这种行为。现在我们前往科尔的家，萨姆的家，所谓反正都一样，科尔庄园。说是庄园，庄园倒是挺大，但房子能去的很少。
Well, well. Sam Cole finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you.
婚后比家人还要重要。
Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter.
孙女，孙女
Come to
在
help
船
Sam
上
live his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
我们代替，我们让
There's only one place a Co ought to be. And it ain't out there in the starfield doing Lord knows what.
代替我
Putting our future at risk.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's what you do.
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
现在，我们跟
Give me a sec.
萨姆跟他父亲有点谈崩了。
All right,
现在就是
let's
看
talk
如何
options.
拿取地图。
No, I don't.
萨姆也不会乐意
It's just
自己的女儿
It's been a
上
while,
来见到他的
but
爷
this is
爷。
how it goes. Every time.
而对于我们来说，不要进行任何违法的
No,
操
no,
作
no.
那么只有一条路。
I mean, this is no place for her,
说服
okay?
他。
The less time she spends with Jacob, the better. Yeah, like I said before, they're thick as thieves. Can you imagine what that bitter old mule would do to her head if she hung around more? Damn it. Fine. We'll go get her. If there's any other options, I'd appreciate doing those first.
What do you want?
现在我们
Constellation?
开始动嘴。
You mean besides the fact that you're some independent group that doesn't know where your loyalties lie? Or are you referring to the fact that my granddaughter lives in your clubhouse rather than in her family home?
不将会所
That's
叫做
not your
陋室。
decision, is it?
虽然这个陋
It's
室的
called
陋
property by
带引号，
birthright. It stays here.
它可真的不漏呀。
You really believe that, don't you? That's family business. I suppose that does make me feel a bit better. Can't believe I'm saying this,
定居者
but if it'll get you out of my hair, then
选项
fine.
在这里还是稍微有点用。
You can have the maps. They're in the other room here.
自由星际联盟定居者。OK， 现在我们拿到了钥匙。
My own father's trying to keep those maps from me.
前往寻找神器。
So long.
在这里跟银行一样，其他的遇到的很多的东西都会是显示为偷窃，所以不要随便拿东西，有可能会引发一些没必要的麻烦。而且地图价值还蛮高的，2430块。当然，任务类物品用完了再说，没用完之前
All right,
肯定破坏。
let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh boy.
Oops.
That's a problem.
问问出啥事儿了？
First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Criminal groups in Aquila always find a way. But they usually have to keep on the move to avoid the Ashta. Well, it could just be a coincidence that the cave we want happens to be where the Shawgang runs around. But something doesn't feel right. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them. Hurting bad guys puts a smile on your face, that's a bonus. Let's get to that cave.
我们现在出城，中间从庄园到肖邦地盘的中间大概是1000多米。如果跑路的话，大概需要2到3分钟的时间，中间基本全讲。因为没有载具，大部分都是腿儿过去，也没啥意思。中间遇到2个外星生物，后面如果整体探索这个星球或者探索城镇的时候，还会遇到这种生物，所以中间
All different types of smugglers. Some ain't half bad.
其实我们
Some
刚才
ain't
靠
much
近的
better
时
than
候，他们
Crimson
发
Fleet.
现了我们，只不过当时自己游玩的时候。整体显示稍微比较暗，也没有看到人物到底在哪儿，只看到了炮台。现在稍微往下看，你就会看到了肖邦的成员，但我们是被发现了。后期的有一个任务的时候，打断人物的被敌人击打断。现在开始互相把剩下的人，先把这个炮台。
Not my day. Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
其他的无所谓。再稍微收一下。现在我们进入空巢，寻找第3块神器。看着动静也挺大的，其实相对来说，之前切换了小刀，但这把刀伤害比较低吧。而且旁边是气罐，有点强。这一霰弹枪，基本大部分还是要距离进行喷射，射击，远距离基本没有伤害，反正挺迷的。
Scratch one。
这样有这把枪，那直接进行一枪一个，准，只要瞄准了，打准了，基本就是一枪一个。毕竟在这里，霰弹枪的伤害还是相当可观的。
Cute. Real cute.
应该叫散弹枪。
There you are. Be in my way.
霰弹枪，刚查了一下，应该叫霰弹枪，不是霰散。霰弹枪。征服者。
Thanks for playing.
其实目前前期遇到的很多高品质的枪，常规的伤害比较低啊。这个洞穴稍微绕了一点，但其实整体来说很好。刚才我们拿到了钥匙，现在我们先去洞穴。然后走完这一阶，就能找到新的神器。周边大部分如果是类似于发亮的箱子或者有灯发亮的箱子，大部分都是可以进行拾取物品的。其他的大部分，除非一个一个查，不然其他的大部分基本都是摆设装饰，为整体氛围营造用的。这边稍微小小的设计了一下路线，但整体而言没啥难度，顺着走就行了。每次取神器，除了直接能拿的，或者是在实验室里面的，或者是别人直接给的，其他的大部分都是先要打下矿石，然后再拿神器。打矿石对吧？它这个有的效果不太明显，有的是类似于刚才的有击打特效，但有的没有击打特效，只有类似于手下改。但如果你看模型上的话，在神器上面的矿石还是比较少。那个时候你就要多拾取一下，或者多瞄准神器，看看能不能直接神器，看看能不能直接拾起来。
You're fine. Let's get going.
现在拿到神器，我们准备出去。刚才肖邦的人员还有残留，还有一场战斗要继续进行。有的时候地图里面有经常这样的高低差，就是你感觉可能是 高低差，类似于小坡，哎，能直接走上去，但是它就有个坑，那个时候你就得需要跳一下。而且跳有的时候，如果是在重力大的地方，小跳一下哦还好，在重力小的地方一跳直接蹦到了山洞的顶端，就反正挺突兀的。现在我们溜了。藏的东西大部分之前的基本刚才的过程都搜刮了。现在我们直接出去，回去交差。来了，肖邦的首领。
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. At least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really. Oh, really? Let's hear it. Don't bullshit me, Constellation. Always good to know someone who can keep their mouth shut. I prefer my enemies 6 feet under. Ties up loose ends. Sick of trading words with you. Kill them!
因为底下的3格水大概有几条水。如果类似于有的角色有相关的背包，如果你把背包点完了点爆了，然后后面它没有补给品的话，哪怕它有其他药呀，很可惜，但是有一条水没出动，那现在现在首领死了，哎，其他人员该溜的溜。然后目前点的话，基本都是一些野兽，这些野兽打不打无所谓。确实有的赚呀，毕竟刚开始开荒，能拿一点是一点。现在我们回到了陋室，将第3块神器放入机器里面。
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
基本大部分情况下，神器越多，带来的线索也会越多。
I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship.
顺便父子俩也，不，父女俩有的时候聊聊天啥的。
You know where to find us.
稍微听一听，很有意思，稍微增加一些团队的氛围。
Have any new books for me? Books.
美其名曰要新书的费用，其实并不是
Yes.
新书费，而是
I guess it is.
类似于零花
Do
钱。
you have more books, or can you buy me more books with real pages, a spine, the whole package? My book allowance is all gone, and Dad won't get me more. So, books?
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us.
50块钱吧。
I like books about quantum theory and astrophysics. Or science. Or horses. Did you know that it wasn't until after the Industrial Revolution that horse speed was the maximum civilization speed for centuries? All of society was built upon horses. Imagine what they must have looked like for real. They look smelly, in a good way. Not the same. I like smelling the pages, the feel of it. Computer screens are just blech.
You'd save me, my friend here, all of us, a lot of grief, financial and emotional, if you just read them on a computer, Gumdrop.
Dad? Fine. You know, reading computers for hours gives me a headache. Now, the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring old cheese.
如果要是菠萝披萨多好玩，把这个菠萝披萨给
Did
意
you
大利
hear
人
that, Dad?
尝尝。
Meat! We have you
当时玩的时候我老想
outnumbered!
这个梗。
We could always get one of each.
No, you lose. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there, on your arm. Cora
我们
approves.
现在已经寻找到第3块神器。感谢各位的观看，我们下期再见。